So, it's time once again for your weekly flags recap. And as some meta-analysis, this is a really light week, so this should be a very short video, I hope. I'll try to get through it as quickly as possible, but we'll start with the meta-analysis section. The RadFemRA community doing really well. They are not represented this whole week. Yay! Other than that, same old, great debate community between atheists and theists takes the cake in the number of flags that they received. Now, the racial commentary community tried to steal it. Actually, just Tommy Sotomayor tried to steal the crown. He's basically dragging them all along with him. Yeah. So, let's get to it. In the great debate community, first up, you guys might have heard of this thing called Hate Club. You might have seen videos of people yelling at each other on different channels. Yeah. A subreddit was created for them on reddit.com, and within 1 minute of being up, it was permabanned. Not one post was ever added to this thing. I'll leave a link in the description box so you guys can click on it because it's hilarious. But yeah, fail. They saw the name and they're like, oh no, we can't have that hate. And yet they allow various, let's say, hate groups to have their own subreddit. So, oh, there's my phone. Anyways, also in the fail category for me this week, I got a 30-day ban for adding friends on Facebook because I went to an event page for an event where I am going to be speaking at this event, and I figured that I would reach out to some of the people who had RSVP'd. And there was about 30 people there in the I'm going category. That's the only one I clicked on. And some of them were already my friends, so it wasn't even 30 invites that I sent out. But anyways, these people are RSVP'd to see me talk at a church, right? So I send a friend request to them, to like reach out. I go down this list. I'm like, oh, send a friend request to you. We can maybe talk. Well, enough of them declined the friend request that I got a ban from adding people as friends for 30 days. And they're like, oh no, we can't be Facebook friends because that'd be too intimate, but I'll go see you talk in person. I'll go sit in a chair in front of you. But on the internet, no, we cannot be Facebook friends. Blows my mind, really. Anyways, yeah. In other news, I did see a storm brewing. Now, there's not a flag involved here yet, but we've got Losoyo versus Inmendum, and they are arguing over what is fair use. And every time I've seen people argue back and forth about what would be fair for someone to flag you for, someone ends up getting flagged. So watch that feud between Losoyo and Inmendum. It could heat up. Next, we've got the Mimica, and he's got the most support of any YouTuber this week as far as people mirroring a flagged video. He's got quite the support cult going on. Also, I'll add that Sherrie, on one of her channels, Sherrie Lee Laird, who Mimica proposed to and said that she accepted, but I didn't see that when I looked deeper. Sherrie has a video where she might have been flagged. Don't quite know, can't really understand her. And really, she thinks that Anonymous is controlled by the CIA and Alex Jones at the same time. Like Alex Jones is somehow working with the CIA as well. And the Mimica is making videos to her wearing an anonymous mask. Yeah. What do you think is going to happen there? Rob Lester now has a new channel, RWLrisesagain. He had the second most support in the YouTube community. And then we've got Gluteus. So we've got all three of the YouTube Great Debate Atheist versus Theist community most flagged people represented this week. Once again, we have the trifecta. Next we have Grurk2. I hope I pronounced that right. And he was making videos about a mighty wind, which is another thing that can get you flagged. So yeah, a lot of flags for a lot of, I'd say, predictable flag behavior. Like, you can tell that they don't care. They're going to come back on some other channel. They're going to make their point. Next, we've got Damage Report. Report spelled with a 0. And if you don't recognize the lovely lady in the videos, that's exiled on another channel. And that is, I guess, just like a whole bunch of other YouTubers, when they're dealing with Josh Clark, they don't want to muddy their own main channel anymore, so they're just like exporting it to a new channel or like a dump off channel. But yeah, Damage Report has a nice video that kind of details all of the drama with that's going on. Flag of the week, though, does come from that drama. And I don't mean to just brush over this, but there are parts that I'm just not going to say in this YouTube video. Much of it is in the video that I will link below under the name NotDella Winters. That was the account that's getting the flag of the week. The reason why is because NotDella Winters has achieved having a channel get 3 strikes and get knocked off of YouTube by only having comments and never uploading even one video. That's an achievement. But the achievement was gotten, and I will tell you what the content of them was, by doc dropping in comments and not realizing that will get you the loss of your channel if you do it too much. So yeah, I imagine Josh Clark did not like all of the doc dropping that was happening. He's people have been using full names now. Like, he's even found somewhere, he's found my middle initial, and he's liking to use that in his videos, but this person is using his full middle name, which I will not repeat, but I did see and still have email records of all of the posts that were placed on. It was the Ponage All-Stars channel, on my channel, on Exiled stuff. Exiled got a lot of screenshots, and thing is, some of this information is just so volatile. It's like extreme doc dropping. You know, those of us who operate a little bit more principled and have YouTube channels that we care about are never, ever going to doc drop like this person did. In fact, on Josh Clark's blog, what I assumed to be the same person, because it seemed that the same information was coming out, this person went down and left comments on every one of his blog posts, and I was calling it Doc Drop Again. It was that bad. And apparently he doesn't have his emails routed all to the same email address, because he left that stuff up for like 3 or 4 days, but he flagged down the stuff on YouTube as soon as he could. But he had the immediate ability to delete that stuff, and nobody likes him. Nobody is table talking and saying, hey man, maybe you want to go over to your blog and check out the comments on it, because maybe you want to delete some of that shit, because you're flagging all this stuff everywhere else, but it's right there on your blog. So yeah, there's all sorts of screenshots of all sorts of like juicy drama shit that could lead you all the way down the rabbit hole of where Josh Clark is living right now, but not gonna lead you to it. You get enough in the link that I'm giving you to Exiled's video. And I will also give you a link to the story of Teo, the athlete. He's a football player who had a dead girlfriend hoax that happened to him. And I'm going to say, check out the movie Catfish. I just watched it this week. And I'm going to start watching the TV show that was just renewed for a second season. I'm going to watch like that whole thing, because the movie itself was, it was interesting how, somebody who got duped the way that everyone here on YouTube got duped with Ashes the Ravens, somebody got duped, and then they still found compassion for the person that did that to them. So, yeah. I liked the movie. So the last person in the Great Debate community is LETSGETFREE SaturnSUX. And he thinks that he was flagged by covenANToflove, who once again gets his name into the flags recap as the likely culprit for flagging someone in the Great Debate community. Next, we're going to go on to the racial commentary community and Tommy Sotomayor's cavalcade of accounts. Bunch of links for you. Then we've got JunebugObama, who did not make videos for a while because he was waiting for his flags to leave his account. And then GoonCityTVFLA, who considers anyone who flags his stuff probably from his hood and a hater. Next, we've got the gaming community. GamerKing KillingKing. He's bragging about somebody else having all of their comments flagged as spam. Like he wins because he pushed flag as spam on someone and got all their comments flagged as spam. Yeah, that's like... If that's what winning is to you, why are you a gamer? Anyways, MrWeenieProductions got flagged for talking about PewDiePie, and there's something to that, in that it wasn't a flag from a video game company. There was very, very little DMCA use this week. He got flagged because basically larger gamer channels, just larger channels in general, they don't have to do their own dirty work. They have sycophants that will come flag you. And if you're talking about a channel that has, 500,000 subscribers, just a small percentage of those subscribers are going to be psychos that if you talk bad about their favorite YouTuber, they're going to come flag you. And then TheRandomGamester. In the commentary community, I'm going to tell you, ignore Ryan the Hedgehog or JJSFREETIMEVIDEOS and go right to BloodyBucketSinister. Check this guy out. I like his energy and his sense of humor. In the pro wrestling community, we have WrestlingJesusYT, who is now branching out into other channels because he's been flagged too much. And we have Wolf's Reign 12 doing an interview with another guy, and there's no flag here, but he's talking about the whole community, including Sean's View, who shows up almost every week, didn't show up this week. And he's talking about how last summer he flagged a fake suicide video, and I thought that was kind of interesting just to hear, like... They're not the sharpest tools in the shed. I'll just say that. But if you skip to around 16 minutes into that video, where it's like a interview of another YouTuber, that's where it starts to get like really strange when he's talking about flagging somebody who faked suicide. And the one that I'm going to save over for the inappropriate category to actually speak on this, Rain 208. He was flagged for cleaning a fish. So there's been a few flags like this. A couple weeks back, there was a guy who cleaned a squirrel. And I think there is somebody who's going around, and if they think that animal cruelty is happening, they're going to flag the video. But, yeah, he basically had fresh fish, and when you flop them around, I guess some people might say, oh, look, it moved, you know. But no, the fish was dead, and he was cleaning it with a knife, and he got flagged for it. Yeah, just because you are a vegan doesn't mean the whole rest of the world has to not teach each other how to clean fish. It's a very important fishing skill to know how to clean the fish so you don't get sick when you try to cook it because you left something in it that is not good for you. But I will say this has been a great week for people not flagging each other, very little flagging. In fact, the foot fetish flagger even has taken a rest. Everyone's on vacation, so in the description box you'll see another category for all the rest, and you'll see a whole bunch of links for some anti-censorship people who you can go to and try to get help from.